G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game spawning in the north of the map on the color blue. It is Probe. You may know this guy from StarCraft, where he is known as the best Australian player in StarCraft, now begun to transition over towards Age of Empires 4. He's got quite a few games under his belt and he is going to be playing the Holy Roman Empire for us today. Going to be starting off with a prelate and then straight into villagers after that. His opponent, who spawns on the opposite side of the map, he is known as Wham01. We're going to be calling him Wham today, and he is going to be playing the Delhi. I almost said the Abbasid dynasty there. He is going to be playing the Delhi for us today and opening up with a double mosque. So very, very curious. Now, this is, of course, Dry Arabia. Dry Arabia is a map that is pretty notoriously good for Delhi. And the reason why is because very typically you're able to go for Sanctity as your first tech and then begin to move out towards the sacred sites on the map. They are very open, they are very easy, and as a result, it means that it's very easy for you to transition between the sacred sites, build up a pretty nice force, and then move over towards that castle age timing. So we already see that Wham going for a little bit of a curious build order. So not opening up with a mill, going with that double mosque almost straight away, and looking a little bit confused with his villagers, at least initially. He did chop 50 wood from this large tree, but it's important to note that this guy is absolutely no slouch when it comes to playing the Delhi. He is currently sitting at rank number 18, so do not look at what he's doing and think, this guy's a noob. I assure you, there is a reason he is doing what he is doing. Now, we'll go tune back in over with Probe. We'll see exactly what he's up to. 3 villagers on gold at this point. Going to be looking to get back up to that all-important 200 gold level. You can see he's buffing up his initial starting villagers that are on these sheep. He's done a great job already picking up the sheep out in the middle of the map. There's also another triple-double over here. He's running straight toward it as well, so he's going to be happy, very, very happy, when he realizes that he's picking up the majority of the sheep out here on the map. Keep in mind, for Arabia, typically there are 2 groups of 3 sheep out here. So, oh, there's actually one that's just chilling right here. That he must have, did he just walk past that sheep? He just left it out there? He must have just left it out there. But there are 2 groups of 3. Now, I call them the triple-double. I actually saw one, there was a YouTube comment. It was like, I don't get why he calls it the triple-double. Shouldn't it be the double-triple? Because there's 2 groups of 3 sheep? Yes. Yes, they should. Yes, they should. But the triple-double just sounds so good, though, doesn't it? Like, incoming now with the first of the triple-doubles. Like, it just sounds real good. Anyway, Minework Palace going to be going down here for Probe. This is an unexpected move. Almost every single player has been going for the Archon Chapel, and in fact, placing the Archon Chapel right here would have probably given him Woodline, definitely would have given him Town Center, would have definitely given him gold, and probably stone as well. That would have been an amazing Archon Chapel. So I'm very curious why that was the Minework Palace. Perhaps a misclick. Who knows? Probe is an incredibly highly rated player as well. So it's important to remember it's probably intentional at this point. So what will we see from him? Probably some sort of aggression in H2. Now, he's going up against Delhi. Now, it's important to note, obviously, Delhi, they're going to be fighting for these sacred sites. So he's probably realized, all right, well, if my opponent is going Delhi, I can go Holy Roman Empire, and I can look for a timing in Age 2. So whether that's like a Men-at-Arms and Ram timing, that's the most likely one because Delhi doesn't have a real decent way to respond to that. I will expect that Wham01 is going to be looking to secure those sacred sites. We see him actually moving out now. He's got 1 scholar. Just 1 scholar out at the moment. So going to be looking to capture up those sacred sites. Got to be careful here. Might lose that initial villager. 2nd scholar going to be coming out for him as well here. So looking to cap these both at around the 4-minute mark. Now keep in mind, Sanctity's got 30 seconds left on it. The Probe is going to scout up this scholar as it moves towards the middle here, but obviously the Spearman here going to be able to push it back. You see it running out towards that scout. Now, he could deny this sacred site, and I wouldn't be surprised if he actually does look to deny this sacred site. There's an outpost up in the middle here, so we'll have to see how Probe plays it, and we do see that he is turning back at this point. I would be very surprised if he didn't look to at least delay that sacred site from coming up. But at this point, it is important to note now that we see Wham01 going to be doing some next level tactics and looking to actually wall up this sacred site down towards the east of the map. And Probe now going to be heading down over initially to the center, but realizing that it's pretty heavily guarded there. So now going to be looking to come down towards this sacred site. And look at this. This cheeky wall coming up super duper quick here. So Probe now reaching the next age, dropping down that barracks. We'll take a look over at his base, see what he's up to. Going straight for marching drills. This is a nice move by Probe. It means that he's going to be able to run around the map a little bit faster. You can see he's actually come in onto the Sacred Site now, looking to try and harass down this this all-important Scholar, but he's just thrown away his Scout right there, and that doesn't feel good when that happens. Now, the Sheep doesn't, of course, delay the Sacred Site. That'd be very funny if it did, though. Could you imagine if the enemy Sheep just sat there delaying the Sacred Site? So now those gold trickles begin to trickle in. Next outpost going to be going up here towards the north, and I really like this play by Wham. The fact that he has said, okay, I'm going to fight on these 2 Sacred Sites. They're very close, so we're going to outpost them up. The 3rd Sacred Site, though, we're just going to leave that one. We're just going to wall it up, and we'll come back on Tuesday, on Wednesday. We'll see how it's doing on Hump Day. Dropping down the Dome of the Faith now. No real surprises coming out there. I wouldn't be surprised to actually see him just go straight up to some sort of Castle Age timing here. So the question is whether Probe is actually going to look to do some sort of semi-fast castle himself here. Obviously, he is playing the Holy Roman Empire, but if I was him, I would just be getting this early men-at-arms out onto my enemy's Sacred Sites already. The problem is, though, is that tower, though, isn't it? Because he's going to need something. He's going to need, you know, whether siege engineering, it's obviously the cost is reduced here, but he's going to need something in here to sort of, you know, get through that outpost, because it's just going to be infuriating trying to deal with that. There's a sweet little spot over here towards this left-hand side of the Sacred Site where you're not actually going to get fired at by the outpost. So you can see just right there, you will be neutralizing the Sacred Site, but all your enemy needs to do is just get 1 pike out and just leave it right there. And then you've got to come and force them off, and then they just run back into the tower. So it's one of those things where it's like, you can technically do it, but it's very frustrating to deal with. But now we do see those 3 Sacred Sites all being captured up now. Just a casual 666 gold sitting in the inventory now for our Delhi player. So no real surprises there. He is a very happy camper, and moving the Scholar off a little bit. I do like this. Is very nice. Alternative is that he can actually just leave it in the outpost, but the main issue that we're going to have here is Probe is actually just well, he's not doing too well. That's the issue. He's going to be able to push out here with these early men-at-arms. You see them pushing out across the map. Going to be taking out that first wolf there. An absolutely terrible sound. I hate that sound. I wish I could reduce the volume of that sound specifically by like 90% in the first 20 minutes of the game. In the late game, it's fine. Because, you know, when it starts harassing your villagers, it gets real bloody annoying. But now Probe going to be moving down towards here. Surely he knows that, that this one is walled up completely. He does actually see on the minimap that he has live vision of that, but now just looking like he's... What are these 3 sheep doing in the middle here? Didn't Probe literally just take the triple-double that was already out? Are these potentially Wham's sheep and he's just going straight past them? Is Probe just ignoring everything and just going straight for the throat? We do see Wham, he's actually going for that fast castle, as we alluded to. He's got the double mill out now. Keep in mind that double mill doesn't increase the gather rate of the berries by double, or increase the amount of berries that are in there by double, but now looks like Wham going to be scouting out Probe here. Doing a little bit of a cheeky one right here, Probe, I will say that much. But my suspicion is that there is going to be so many villagers on this aging up landmark. Going to be going up for that all-important honed blades upgrade. And now going to be dropping down a 2nd stable. How many villagers does he actually put on this? 9 getting pulled so far. Moving towards the back of the base, dropping it off. Going to be dropping down that House of Learning now. And now finally that battering ram is coming in. So 8 minutes 40 is the time that he's going for. No +1 upgrades just yet at this stage. We'll take a look over from Probe, see what he's got coming through. He does have the +1 melee coming through now. He's got to be so careful with this battering ram. These guys will die very quickly to villagers, so he's got to keep these men-at-arms very nearby. And we see the battering ram now moving straight towards the town center and beginning to do a little bit of damage. Probe now, got to be careful, Probe. You're going to lose that battering ram. We just talked about this, Probe. You got to bring that battering ram. Oh my lord, look how much damage gets done to that battering ram. That is disgusting. That battering ram goes down in a single 3 swings. Look at that. That is gone. And all of these villagers are all going to stay alive. And now Probe is in a really difficult spot. He's tried to all in his enemy at this point, but he's given up on the first point. If he had brought his battering ram just a little bit further down here, he would have been in such a great position. But now he's moving back, going to be looking to actually get in those 2 more battering rams. He's up a little bit in score, but take a look at the economy for Wham right now. 1,500 gold sitting in the bank. Do we have a market coming down at this point? It doesn't look like it. I don't even know what the timer is at the moment on these sacred sites, but I tell you what, I'm suspecting it might be pretty soon. Who knows? We could have another 3 or 4 minutes on those bad boys. House of Learning now up. Probably going to be seeing those own blades coming in very shortly. And now we are going to have Lancers coming out. We're going to have Men-at-Arms coming out. But the question is, where are they? They're not coming out yet. Villagers now doing their best to run away. A lot of Men-at-Arms in here right now. Probe really going to be trying to take it to his enemy. 16 villagers inside that town center. Market has gone up. We see that there are now units being created here. Double battering ram going to be focusing down the town center, but this is the wrong target. This is the wrong target. The target that you want to be focusing for? The lumber camp. You focus the lumber camp and you take out the infrastructure of your enemy. That is the true target here. Town center, you're just giving him time. You're giving him time. Probe trying his best, though, looking to really take it to his enemy at this point. A lot of units underneath here. I think he's actually brought in a villager, healing up that battering ram. And now we've got an elephant coming out. An elephant to counter this. Villagers now looking to actually do some damage. We see just how much damage they're putting through onto that all-important ram. It looks like they're trying to dive through, but they do manage to get blocked. All of those men-at-arms are going to be having a great time now. A single elephant is trying, but look at the elephant. It's an absolute beast. It doesn't even care. The scholars coming in and doing a heap of healing here. Villagers now going to manage to get in on top of that battering ram. And I tell you what, Probe looks like he's really tried an all-in here, but I think he may have failed. We'll take a look over from his opponent's perspective and see exactly what the stats are on this bad boy. He's got 4 melee armor. 4 melee armor compared to the 11 damage that gets done by this. He is negating like 30% of the damage that comes through here. Still that War Elephant just holding on for dear life. Probe trying his best. We switch over to Wham's perspective. We see what's coming through for him. Nothing really at the moment. He does have 18 villagers idle at the moment. And look at all the scholars around the elephant. Just healing it up. The scholars now get their attention turned on by the early men-at-arms, and the town center is going to be able to take out the majority of fire here. Probe does get that +1 damage upgrade, but doesn't get that +1 defense upgrade, and that's really going to cost him here because that health of his all-important men-at-arms is just going to continue to trickle down. And now we see, look at, are they healing up all, do these guys, are they healing up the same target? Is that what we're seeing right now? This is actually busted. This is insane how much this is. This War Elephant single-handedly just held like a 20 men-at-arms push. It was literally one elephant against 20 men-at-arms. Now they're going to be moving back towards the town center. We see the War Elephant getting pushed out. Do we have any more War Elephants in queue? Not at this stage. Wham really just trying to hold on with a single elephant. He's going for the 1 elephant challenge. Going to be burning down that battering ram like it's no one's business. And GG gets called. Probe taps out, says, you know what, that elephant was too damn strong, and Wham is victorious. Absolutely insane. Guys, if you've enjoyed this game, I'll leave a link in the description of Probe's Twitch. Make sure you go check him out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.